What's up, guys? Toxico Cereal here. Welcome back to another Clash Royale videos. Everyone's favorite series, or I should say most popular series. Clash Royale Season Balance Change Ideas, and did I really just mess it up? Okay, I don't know what I said, but Clash Royale Season 23 Balance Change Ideas is here, and surprisingly, we did it. Surprisingly, I only have like 3 nerfs because I feel like Supercell actually did a really good job balancing the cards this time, and even though I feel like they killed a couple of cards, and obviously this list is not going to be very accurate because, well, yeah, the meta just shifted, and cards like the Mother Witch are now actually pretty decent, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. But just kidding. I don't know why I said that because I have stuff to say. And first things first is people last time who commented those long, like a list, a full-on list to what you said, like you wanted. I like those comments. I'm pretty sure there were 2 or 3 people. I don't remember their names. I think one was TTRR, and that's the only one I remember. But I know there was another one for sure, and he posted that one before TTRR. I think the name was TTRR. But and then that's pretty much it. Like that's all I wanted to mention about the comments from last episode. Obviously, I like getting comments. We had a lot of views go down, but I'm pretty sure that's because you guys already knew what the balance changes were and you didn't really need to watch it. But this season, I expect an increase, but not by that much, because, well, you're not going to be expecting balance changes for a while. I just want to get them done, and I'm going to be doing them every season. So let's just do it right into it. Okay, so, and I forgot again, but I have a Discord now. It's fully changed, and a link will be in the description, along with this app, Royale API, which is what I'm using to check. Those will be in the link. If you want to join my Discord, I have, obviously, you can tell me video ideas. You can obviously tell me what you think of your balance changes on there, like, just to me. Because right now, there's only one person, and that's Safer Gamer, that's in there. That I don't know. I have a couple of my friends in there. But now, let's get started. So the first card, they recently got nerfed. It's the E-Barbs. I think they need another first hit speed nerf, just by a little bit, because, yeah, they buffed them, and they were crazy until they nerfed them. They're not as crazy as they were, but they're still pretty popular, and maybe a slight nerf. But if they nerf them too much, they are going to die, because that's exactly what happens to the E-Barbs. You make one bad balance change, you kill them. One bad, you break them. So, yeah. The next one is the Fireball. Now, this one, even though I have high usage rates, I don't 100% agree. This is my opinion, but I don't 100% agree. The only reason I think the Fireball needs a nerf is they're a great counter to E-Barbs, which is why it's so popular. But I think the Fireball needs to have a projectile speed nerf. What I'm saying is that the travel distance, meaning wherever you want to place it, you know how it travels, like goes depending on the time. I think it needs to travel slower and hit the target at a slower time, because I feel like that's why the Fireball is so good, is because it can hit the target really quick, and the knockback too. I feel like they need to nerf that. Like Rockets travels really slow. I feel like that's what they need to nerf, but they don't need to nerf it too much, because that could just get a lot of people to think, what the heck happened to the Fireball? And another one is number 5. One I just am surprised hasn't got nerfed. It's the Lava Hound, and I'm going to say it again. The Lava Hound needs a slight HP nerf. I feel like it's really tanky, and there's not very many air cards that can take out the Lava Hound. And there is, but they're not meta. That's the problem. So I think that's actually it. There could be others like the Fisherman or the Cannon card, because they've been very popular. Like, not very popular, but very high win rates. Even the Cannon card's movement speed just got nerfed. I really feel like it didn't change the Cannon card. But let's go on to number 40 for the rework category with the Battle Healer. Now, I talked about this one last time. I don't like the Battle Healer's mechanic. She heals too much but deals absolutely no damage. I think she needs to do a lot more damage but heal less. She's only paired with E-Golem, right? And she's also, I think she's pretty good with E-Barbs too. That's why her usage rate went up, but it's going down now, and I feel like it just needs the rework. She needs to heal less but deal more damage. Like, for Heal Spirit, this is another healing card, but Heal Spirit goes well with a bunch of cards, while I feel like Battle Healer only goes well with like 2 or 3 cards. And that's why it brings me to number 53, the E-Golem. Right now, it's actually at pretty decent stats, but trust me, if they rework the Battle Healer, the E-Golem will become absolutely trash. So I think the E-Golem, if and only if they rework the Battle Healer how I want her, the E-Golem will need some a health buff. Because right now, the E-Golem is only paired with a Battle Healer. Otherwise, the E-Golem is trash. And we are seeing a lot more spawners, so surprisingly, I still think we'll get to it, but the Furnace, I still think it needs a buff, but it's only a very small one. And anyway, next up at number 63, Freeze. We talked about this one last time as well. I want it reworked. It's such an annoying and freaking frustrating card, especially when they freeze your whole damn tower. You're screwed, basically, but Freeze, again, I think needs a rework. 2 Elixir for maybe 2 seconds or 2.5 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go down the list. We're getting into these are mainly buffs from now, some obviously reworks. Starting off, well, with the Furnace. I think the Furnace, all they need to do with the Furnace is just add 2 Fire Spirits when it spawns. That's it. Because spawners are now finally becoming meta, especially the Furnace. The win rate went up a lot, but that's it. Furnace just needs to spawn a Fire Spirit or 2 when the thing is destroyed. Now, in here, we got a couple of cards. For 91, the Bomb Tower. Okay, now, the Bomb Tower got nerfed. I do agree with the nerf they gave it, but it was way too much. I think it was a 50% death damage nerf, and that really killed the Bomb Tower. Just like another one that we'll get to. Well, you guys should already know. Based on the thumbnail and right there, it's number 101, the Giant Skeleton. We'll get to it, but the Bomb Tower, I feel like, needs to get between 10 and 20% of its death damage back because they really killed it. I think what they did with the balloon was actually perfect. It's not as strong, but it's still not a bad popular card. So at number 92, we have guards. Again, they just need to add 1 guard. They're useless and terrible, and that's it. And then again, the cannon as well. Even though, yes, buff the cannon, will buff the cannon card, but you don't have to buff the cannon card too. Just buff the cannon. You can't... Just because they're the same thing, it doesn't mean you have to buff the other. You can just buff the cannon's health, that's it. Now, you might be surprised that number 94, the Firecracker, is on the buff list. No, just kidding. She's on the rework list. Now, she's so annoying because of her pushback. Now, this is what I want. I want her, you know the things when it hits a shot, like the firecrackers that come out the end, I want that, like, the range nerfed. The reason is, it's basically a buff. Why? It's because she activates the King Tower all the time. I feel like that's why she's so bad. She activates the King Tower all the time. That's bad. And I also kind of want her pushback also nerfed, just a little, but I want her reworked to 2 Elixir. Because I feel like, she's not a bad card, but she just is annoying. And when she activates the King Tower, it's really frustrating. So I want to rework to 2 Elixir. Pushback nerfed, and then her Firecracker, like, range barely, like, nerfed. But so it's technically a buff. Now, so at number 97, we have the Executioner. Okay, now the Executioner was OP, then trash, then they reworked it. It was so OP, and then now it's trash. I think the Executioner either needs a range buff or a damage buff. So at number 98, we have the Fire Spirits. This one's not going to take me that long. All I think the Fire Spirits need is 1 extra Fire Spirit. That's it. Because I feel like the same thing with guards. They suck, but they just don't have any use. Okay, so number 99, we have the Mirror. Okay, so the Mirror has just been an absolutely trash card forever. They just need to... I feel like the easiest way is just simply remove the card. I don't think we need this card in the game, but otherwise, I think you should just mirror for the same elixir, but for the same level. But I don't think a mirror is a needed card in this game. This is why I want it removed. You might be surprised at number 100, even though she just got buffed. Again, I think she needs another buff. And I think she needs a buff to her health. I feel like she doesn't have a very decent amount of health. Sure, I'll give you one thing. She's so annoying, especially when she gets a bunch of skeletons. But she's so easy to counter. So, I feel like the Witch just needs to have a little more health because, yeah, she doesn't have much. Okay, so at number 101, we have the Giant Skeleton. Now, they recently reworked the Giant Skeleton in the worst possible way, okay? The damage buff. They gave it a damage buff, but then the nerf to the death damage, I just saw this one coming. I'm like, no, Supercell, what are you doing? You killed the giant skeleton, okay? The death damage nerf, I believe, was nerfed by 50%. Way too much. Way too much. I feel like if they don't want to bring that back, that's fine. But I think in return, I don't even know how much health the giant skeleton has now, but I say a 30% health buff. That's right, a 30% health buff. That's huge. But the giant skeleton is absolutely trash, so maybe not a 30%, but it definitely needs at least a 15%, let's be honest, if it was a health buff. Now, if they wanted to buff the death damage back, I would say by at least 15%, because they killed it. And then we have the wizard. No surprise, I'm going to just keep talking about the wizard every time until they do it. Rework to 4 elixir and nerf either its health, its damage, or that's it. I don't think nerfing the range is the right move, and I don't think nerfing the splash area is the right move either. So I think if you're going to nerf the health, no, actually they are not going to nerf the health due to the fact I think they keep all the wizard health the same. So maybe a damage nerf. But, yeah, that's honestly it. Honestly, this list is not very accurate. So, you can obviously disagree with some of mine, but this is just my opinion this season. Usually I base it off on what you guys say, but since the meta just shifted, there's really no comments. The only one I really got was Save for Gamer with E-Barbs, and obviously, because I saw the usage rates and win rates just extremely climb. But if there's a couple that you think I missed, go ahead, comment them. And, well, that's pretty much it. That's going to wrap up this video. I'll see you guys next time.